I don't know how many of you were here for yesterday's game. Hello, my friends. Welcome to all of you, whether you were here yesterday or not. But we had a small number, relatively, of winners. A small number of winners. Fewer than I would have expected, which just goes to show why you should keep coming back game after game, because you never know what it's going to be. You could have a game where a bunch of people win. You could have a game where you think it's easy, but for other people it's difficult, and all of a sudden you're part of a small group of winners. That is possible. That can happen. This is a game of possibilities. Hattie77 saying hello, happy Thursday to everybody, and hoping that they win. I hope you win too. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for every single one of you. We have people who got all 10 yesterday. Unicorn Nugget saying yesterday's questions were hard. Some of them were, yes. Some of them that I would have thought would be easy were difficult, and that's okay. You can never account for what everybody is going to know. You can make it easy. Sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to make this easy, but not super easy. And then it winds up being difficult. That's just how it is. That is the challenge of making a trivia game 5 days a week. Is you do your best and you never know. Oh my goodness. A blast from the past. AZ Cactus 96 saying, I've contacted the milk companies and they are going to put Hubert right on there as a missing ghost. Hubert has not been around for over a year and a half. And Halloween is coming up. Who knows? He might show up. You might not see him, but he might be there hosting a game. We are going to have a Halloween-themed game around Halloween. So you never know. You never know. But I'm happy to have every single one of you who showed up for this game today. Each of you are getting 3 free rejoins for being here. I'll explain more about that in just a second. But first, you've reached the single hardest trivia game you will encounter in a given week. But it's not that bad, so don't stress. It's just the Thursday edition of Swagbucks Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. Yeah, this game's a little harder than the rest, but you're a little tougher than the average game player, so you can handle it. Let's take a look at today's grand prize. That is $1,000, and everyone who can correctly answer these 10 multiple-choice trivia questions about a variety of topics will split it. Now, even if you don't get a piece of that grand prize, even if you get eliminated at some point, you're going to want to stick around, because after question number 1, all of our players who are still here just listening to me read questions will get rewards in the form of 1 bonus SP for any question you get right. That's the case even if you're eliminated. But in that case, you will have to claim the SB you earn throughout the game in order to keep them. That's how you add them to your account. A little button appears at the end of the game. You click it, bing, bang, boom, you have SB in your account. If you're a grand prize winner, we're not going to make you claim anything. We're just going to roll those bonus SB into your share of the $1,000 grand prize. Now, what happens when you get a question wrong for the first time? As long as it is before question number 10, you can rejoin and get another shot at the grand prize. Now, you can do that in one of 2 ways. One way is to spend SB to do it. It's generally 1 SB to rejoin. Or you can use a free rejoin. And if you're here saying, oh, I'm brand new, I don't have any free rejoins, guess what? You're here during a second chance week, which means you are getting 3 free rejoins just for playing this game. But they will be credited before tomorrow's Friday Flash game after this one ends. Tomorrow's game is at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, noon Pacific Time, and you can get another 3 free rejoins for playing that game too. So when we have a second chance week is what I'm saying, you should play every single game because you get 3 free rejoins for each game you play. So there are people who've been playing all week long who are going to walk away with 15 more rejoins than they had when it began. All right, why don't we end September with a bang, by which I mean bang! The comments are out of here, and your warm-up is on the way. Here is question number 1. Which of these top-grossing movies dramatizes an actual historical event? Is it Avengers: Infinity War, Titanic, or Avatar? Which of these is based on something that actually happened? All 3 of these movies have each brought in over $1 billion worldwide, but only one of them is based on a true story, and that is Titanic. Titanic is the answer, 83% of you getting that one right, but Avengers: Infinity War got 13% of the vote, and I'm pleased to report that Thanos has never come to our planet to gather Infinity Stones and then snapped the Gauntlet's fingers and made half of life across the universe disappear. That did not actually happen. Unfortunately, the tragedy of the Titanic did happen, and it got dramatized by James Cameron in his award-winning and box office busting movie. So 83% of you moving on right away, but of the people who got out, all of you coming back in, almost everybody who's rejoining right now is doing it for free. That's what I like to see during a second chance week. We are about to come back over 27,000 people in grand prize contention, and we are at almost 28,000 total people playing this game. And from here on out, I have great news for you. Every question you get right will earn you 1 bonus SB, no matter what. So here is question number 2, worth 1 bonus SB. Which of these instruments is generally the largest? Is it the flute, the tuba, or the violin? Which of these is the biggest? It's one of the few musical instruments that wraps around your whole body while you play it. In fact, it may be the only one, now that I think about it, unless, somebody hits you with a guitar or something. Anyway, the answer is the tuba. Tuba is the answer. 98% of you getting that one right. Well done. You know the giant, of the tuba. You have to be strong to carry that tuba around, and you play it at the same time. It is an impressive instrument and a staple in marching bands everywhere. 98% of you getting it right. I think we are ready to move on right now to question number 3, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. In combat sports, what does MMA stand for? Is it Mike's Magical Airplane, Mixed Martial Arts, or Mixed Mochi Apes? Combat sports, what does it stand for? What started as a real-life version of the Street Fighter tournament from video games, it has now become its own professional sport with super loyal fans. Of course, we're talking about mixed martial arts. Mixed martial arts is the answer. There's kickboxing in there. There's judo, karate, kung fu, maybe a little sumo thrown in there for good luck. 99% of you getting that one right. Well done. Now, I am a fan of professional wrestling, and I've watched the first couple of UFC pay-per-views that they ever did, but I've never been able to get into mixed martial arts. For some reason, I like my fights predetermined. It's just easier for me to watch that way. But for those of you who enjoy it, I'm happy for you that it's out there in the world. Let's move on to question number 4. That's out there in the world, too. It's worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q4. In which country do Rice Krispies go criss-cross-cross? Oh, sorry. In which country would you find traffic lights featuring Elvis and Karl Marx on the lights? Russia, Colombia, or Germany? Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. This is the work of an artist, and you can find it all over the city of Berlin. And the city of Berlin, of course, is in, you guessed it, Germany. Germany is the answer. That's where you can find those unique pieces of cultural history and of traffic history. And they're still there. They're still there. Berlin, an interesting city, used to be 2 separate places, but now they are united as one. And 68% of you getting that one right. Well done. Congratulations. You are moving on to question number 5. But 32% of you got eliminated on that one, but most of you coming right back in. It's not an easy one. It's hard to guess. 21% of you going with Russia. That makes sense. It would make sense to have Karl Marx there, the father of communism, which, of course, is pretty popular in Russia, but was popular in half of Germany for a while, too, because it was under Soviet control. We are ready to move on now to question number 5, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q5. In which country do Rice Krispies go criss-cross-cross? Is it France, Germany, or Spain? There it is. There it is. We found it. Criss-cross-cross. Much like animal sounds, your favorite noisy breakfast cereal sounds are interpreted differently in different countries. There's snap, crackle, pop here in the States, and it's criss-cross-cross in Spain. Spain is the answer. 14% of you getting that one right. In Germany, I think it's crick, crack, crock. And then France is something completely different than the other two. But each country has its own, sort of like how dog noises is like wang, wang, wang in China. And bow, wow here in the States, or bark, bark. They have interpreted the sound of crispy cereal differently around the world. That is fascinating to me. Absolutely fascinating. About half of the people eliminated have come back in. We're going to give them just a moment to do that. And of course, they were transposed on my script by mistake. So you had already heard this question. You had time to consider it, came to it again. Maybe that's why Germany was on your mind, because it was the answer to the previous question. But unfortunately, not the answer this time. But it's okay. That's all right, because you can still play for bonus SB, and I think a lot of you are going to do that. And of course, you're getting the 3 bonus SB no matter what. We are ready to move on to question number 6, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q6. The actor who voiced Mufasa in The Lion King also voiced what famous villain? Is it Jafar, Thanos, or Darth Vader? If you know who the voice of Mufasa is, this could be pretty easy. As Mufasa, James Earl Jones plays the ideal father, loving, wise, and selfless. But Jones also famously voiced a terrible dad, who winds up being okay in the end. We're talking about Darth Vader. He is the voice of Darth Vader as well. 83% of you getting that one right. Well done. 12% of you going with Jafar, that he did another Disney villain. That is not correct, but he is the voice of CNN. This is CNN. That is also James Earl Jones. In fact, you can find that joke in The Simpsons where they see Mufasa in the clouds and then Darth Vader in the clouds and then just the James Earl Jones in the clouds going, this is CNN. So you have the dueling voices of James Earl Jones, one of the great actors of all time. And his iconic voice, that voice, you cannot mistake it, that rich, bassy voice. All right, folks, we still have 10,577 of you in grand prize contention. Only 4 questions left in this difficult game. You are doing so well. I know you can keep it up. Here comes question number 7, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. What historical leader was believed to be mistakenly buried alive? Was it Alexander the Great, Hannibal, or Nero? Who was mistakenly buried alive? We think. When scientists learned that his corpse didn't start decomposing until 6 days after he was interred, this theory was born. The mistake could be due to Alexander the Great's undiagnosed Guillain-Barré syndrome. That is the answer, Alexander the Great. 75% of you getting that one right. Well done. That is not an easy question by any means, and you nailed it. You crushed it. That's what you did. Of the 25% of you who got out, I already see a 5th of you coming right back in. The rest of you, I'm sure, content to continue playing for bonus SB because you don't want to leave here with nothing. It just mystifies me when people get one wrong and then disappear, and then they leave. They leave all those bonus SB on the table. The ones that they earned, gone. The ones that they could earn, never to be. It doesn't make any sense, people. Stick around no matter what. Let's move on to question number 8, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q8. Stanley Kubrick wrote a 148-page unproduced script about which historical figure? Is it Napoleon, George Washington, or Harriet Tubman? You Kubrick fans would know this is a movie he wanted to make but never did. Kubrick stepped into the historical arena with movies like Barry Lyndon and Spartacus, but we'll never get to see what his take on Napoleon might have been. Napoleon is your answer. 83% of you getting that one right, and guess what? That was the last really difficult question I had for you. 83% of you got it right. We have 7,000 plus people who are moving on, who are still in pursuit of a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. And we are ready for our second to last question. We are blowing through this game at record speed. It's worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is Q9. Blind Man's Buff is a variation of what children's game? Is it dodgeball, hopscotch, or tag? What game? Blind Man's Buff is a version of what game? If kids running around wildly doesn't scare you as an adult, how about mixing in a blindfold? That's what the person who's it wears in this variation on the game of tag. Tag is the answer. 6,460 of you have made it this far, and you are ready for our final question. Well done to each and every one of you. You know, folks, I tell you this all the time. I'm so happy for all of the bonus SB you've earned throughout this game. But you might wonder, when there's not a second chance week, how am I supposed to earn those bonus SB? Well, I got you. I got you covered, okay? Here's what you do. You talk about the game on social media. All right? You send a text, send an email, you post to social media with the hashtag SBLive. But no matter what, you be sure to include your special share link. You can find that after the game by clicking the invite or get more rejoins button. It's as simple as that. When you use that individual share link and people sign up with it, you get a free rejoin, and they do too. Simple as that. Now, before we get to our final question, I have a question for you, a separate one. Are you getting the best possible deal on your auto insurance? Even if you're pretty sure you are, it never hurts to shop around. And when you get a quote with Savvy Insurance, they will automatically make sure you are getting the best price. Plus, you'll earn 1,000 SB. You have to be a U.S. player to take advantage of this offer. Please check it out after the game. Well, that is one of those areas where we never realize how much we're spending and how much we could be saving and getting the same coverage. Savvy Insurance has you covered to make sure you get the best coverage at the best possible price. And just for getting a quote, you can earn 1,000 SB, $10 for being smart about your insurance. Count me in. Folks, we have 6,528 people vying for a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. We have over 26,800 of you still playing this game. You can all earn yourselves one more bonus SB right now by correctly answering question number 10. Here it is. In the comic strip, what is the name of Calvin's stuffed tiger pal? Is he Hobbs, Marmaduke, or Snoopy? Who is that stuffed tiger pal of Calvin? While they're well drawn and remarkably well written, it's the universal theme of our stuffed childhood companions being our best friends that makes Calvin and Hobbs endure. Hobbs is the name of that cute little tiger. 6,350 of you knew that one. Congratulations. You are splitting our grand prize. Well done to each and every one of you, taking home 16 SB in grand prize money, plus the bonuses you earned along the way. Ben's final touch. You put the final touch on a masterpiece. Today is what you did. You are going to the winner's circle. Get in there. Ghost Rider RKB, you did it again. Get on that flaming motorcycle. Johnny Blaze, you did it. Congratulations. And Good Till River. Well, you're good till forever now because you are a winner today. Congratulations to each and every one of our grand prize winners. Congratulations to those of you who earned bonus SB, stuck around and claimed them at the end. You are winners as well. You keep adding these SB to your accounts. Remember, when the time is right, you can redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. We are officially in the holiday season at this point, so you know now's the time to earn as many SB as you can and get those gift cards and make your holiday shopping, your holiday gift shopping even easier. All right, great job all week long. Be sure to come back early tomorrow for our Friday Flash game. Thank you for playing Swagbucks Live, and we will see you then.